Hey, beautiful people, this is Tiana Robinson. I decided to record this voice memo because I wanted to answer a question that's come up a couple times over the past few days. Many of you know that I'm having a makeup class in New York called Skintensity. It's going to be on June 3rd and 4th, 2017. And you guys, it is going to be amazing. My team and I are really working hard to make this event really impactful for every single person that's going to be in that room. And I've been talking about it over the past couple days on my Insta, and I thought it would be so much easier to just record my response. One, because I am super long-winded, y'all already know, but also I've kind of been toying with the idea of hosting a podcast. So I figured that this would kind of be a test for that. So, hopping into the question, Shades of Shar on Instagram asked, as an artist, how do you decide where to invest your money? Buying products for your kit or investing in classes? As an artist trying to really break into the industry with no guidance, it's hard to determine which way to go. And I think that's a great question, and here are my thoughts. It's kind of like the old saying, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Do you build your kit so you can actually physically do makeup, or do you invest in classes? It's really a great question to ask, especially if you're new and kind of just starting out. But I want you to think of it this way. Do you enroll in your classes first, or do you buy your books and your pencils and your notebook first? See what I mean? In my mind, investing in a class that's going to teach you a skill or sharpen your craft is always going to be better than buying things for your kit. Why? Because a skill set will be with you forever. No one can take away from you what you know. But kit supplies are really just stuff, right? Like, you can get them at any time. But what's more important than having a kit full of stuff is actually knowing what to do with it. The key here is investing versus buying. When you invest in something, you expect a return. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely expect a return. So you're literally saying that I'm gonna give you this money with the expectation that I'm gonna profit on the back end. In this case, your profit is your growth, your increased skill set. Make sense? So when I look back on when I started, I spent so much money on literally every product that I saw on Instagram. It was like, oh, she's using this, I gotta buy it. She's using that, I gotta buy it. Like, I had goo gobs of product just falling from everywhere. And it wasn't until I started investing in classes with real working makeup artists that were doing the type of work that I actually aspired to. And like, when I was in those rooms and I saw what was in their kit, the craziest thing happened. Number one, I noticed that most of those artists that were really working at a high level, they didn't have a lot of stuff in their kit, right? Like, they don't carry a lot. They use what they love and they love what works. But number two, a lot of them were using the same products, so I would see the same things coming up over and over again. So going to classes allowed me to take note of what real pros were using, and in the end, the investment to be in those rooms ended up saving me money because it showed me that I don't need to have all of Sephora in my kit. Those investments also taught me it taught me to take what I learned and then be more discerning about how I should spend my dollars and which products I should splurge on and where I could save. So the takeaway here is, for those artists who are just starting out, if you had to decide between pouring money into your kit or investing in a good class, I say go to the class, because if nothing else, being in that room will help you to determine where you should actually spend your money building your kit. Okay, so I hope that helps you to come to a decision, and I hope I'll see you in New York. So on a final note, I actually have a question for you guys. Tony Robbins, one of my favorite, he always says success leaves clues. And I've really had the privilege of being mentored and having conversations with some really successful people in the beauty industry. And as I continue to grow in my career, in my artistry, I want to continue to have those conversations. I want those clues, right? And I want you to have a seat at that table too. So my vision for my podcast is to literally sit down and have conversations with the most legendary, the most highly sought after, groundbreaking artists and stylists in the beauty industry to see how they did it so that we can learn from their journeys in our industry. So, is this something that you might be interested in? And if yes, who would you want me to interview? Please leave it in the comments. I can't wait to see your responses. I'm curious to know if audio format even works for you guys. So let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.